What if I told you that you are the runner in your twin flame union just as much as you are the chaser? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Breann, a master certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe. And yes, you heard it correctly. In your twin flame union, you are the runner and you are the chaser. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so we are all having one relationship, and that one relationship that we're having is with God, source, universe, whatever you prefer to call it, the divine. That is the one relationship that we all have, and it's a relationship with self. And because we are vibrational, energetic beings, we manifest relationships in our life based off of our vibration. For example, let's just say if you have people-pleasing tendencies, and I know this all too well because this is something that I've moved through in many layers on my journey. When I say move through, I mean like healed through, letting go of. But let's just say that you are a people pleaser. Well, that people-pleasing energy, that is a vibration. And there has to be, because it's a vibration, there has to be a match for that vibration. And what is that going to be? Well, that's also going to be a people pleaser. So you're going to attract relationships into your reality that are also in a vibrational alignment with people pleasing. Now, how does this tie into your twin flame union with you being the runner and the chaser? Well, if you go back to spiritual truth, which is we're all only having one relationship, and there is really no separation. We can see that you are an individual, I'm an individual, your twin flame, they're an individual, they're an independent being, right? An energetic being. And the mind can automatically see that as, oh, well, I'm separate because you have a different body from me. I'm separate from you, therefore you're separate from me. But if you bring everything back down to energy, everything is in unison with everything else. Everything is union, togetherness, love, divinity. There is no separation. So with your twin flame, if you're experiencing your twin flame running from you, they are simply a reflection of the relationship that you're having with yourself, just like anyone else's. Now, your twin flame, they are your perfect mirror, meaning they are going to mirror all of the love that you're giving yourself or the patterns that you're playing out in your consciousness that you're maybe not even aware of yet. They are perfectly going to mirror everything back to you because that's like a mirror to your soul and you for them. Whereas the rest of your reality, it's still a mirror, but it's not going to be that perfection in that mirror. They're going to mirror things, but it won't be exactly, what is playing out in your consciousness. So with your twin flame, if they're running from you, they're showing you that you are running from yourself. And this is where people can get very confused. They'd be like, well, okay, how am I running from myself? I'm very much here with myself. Like I'm not, and your mind can often go to the physicality, right, of actually running from oneself. But this is where you got to go a bit deeper when it comes to running from yourself. And oftentimes what it means when someone's running from themselves, it means that they're running from their feelings or a part of themselves that they don't want to yet look at. And so you have to ask yourself, okay, is there a part of me, and this is if your twin flame is running from you in any way, you can look within your own self, in your heart, and you can ask yourself, am I running from myself in any way? And some examples of that would be, let's say that you've had, maybe parts of yourself that you reject. Maybe you think you're not good enough. Maybe you think you're not worthy. Maybe you compare yourself to other people. Well, that in itself is you avoiding the true essence of you, because the true essence of you is divine. But if you've labeled yourself as something else, well, yeah, you're going to run from it. You're going to want to avoid it. And your twin flame is going to mirror that pattern back to you by physically not being in your reality, which appears that they're running. Now, let's say you are the chaser, right? Because I said in the beginning that you are the runner just as much as you are the chaser. And what that means is, whether it's your twin flame chasing you or you are chasing your twin flame, well, that it means that you're chasing for something outside of yourself. And the way that that can look is you're looking for love, attention, validation, you're seeking your worth or the truth that you are enough, or you're just simply looking for love. And so when we chase, that's us running for that feeling outside of ourselves, which is essentially the same as running. I know that this can get confusing, but if you just bear with me here and follow the feeling, and that is, it's always we're having a relationship with ourselves. Our one relationship with ourselves, with the divine, with God, is manifested into our entire reality. Even the relationship that you're having, and this is another cool thing too, like everything is a relationship. Like let's say you have your favorite, cup of coffee or your favorite cup of tea. That is a relationship that you're having with God. And that is God that is in that coffee. That is God that is in that tea, that is in harmony with the God that is in you, right? It's all one thing. There's no separation there. And so you are, if you're experiencing the runner-chaser dynamic in your union, you are the runner and you are the chaser. Your twin flame, they're also the runner and the chaser. There's no they are this and I'm that. It's both of you doing the same thing, but it just looks a little bit differently externalized. So my invitation to you is to let go of this idea, because the runner-chaser dynamic that's often talked about in the twin flame communities and, the videos that you watch, it speaks to it from a place of separation, right? Meaning that you have one twin flame that's chasing, one twin flame that's running, and that automatically divides you and your twin flame apart from one another, but there's no separation. Twin flame is running, they're only showing you that you're running from yourself. Twin flame is chasing, they're only showing you that you're chasing something outside of yourself. It's literally just a reflection of the relationship that you're having with you. And so as you relax back into your being, meaning that you stop seeking that validation, or you stop, trying to get love from your twin flame, from outside of yourself, and you realize you already are love and you don't need to seek it outside of yourself, that's when your twin flame begins to turn around and they stop that behavior, they stop that pattern, because they're you. And they're going to mirror that, reflect that back to you, just as if you stood in a mirror, right? If you're running in place in front of your mirror, you're going to see your being reflecting back to you what you're doing. You're going to see yourself in the mirror running. But what happens when you stop and you're present with yourself? Well, your reflection stops and it stands there. It's a mirror of you. And this is the same as your twin flame. And it doesn't mean that your twin flame is some dodo that just walks around and they just like mimic everything that you do. That's not what it is. It just means that you have a shared consciousness. And this is like because twin flames are spiritual, right? And at the essence of the core of your being, you are a spiritual being, and so is your twin flame. So are all things. Everything is spiritual at the core. And so your twin flame, they're simply just reflecting back to you what is in your shared consciousness. And you both are doing this. It's not a one-sided thing. You're literally one being in two different bodies. That's all that is happening here. And so when you choose to realize that the chasing and the running can be resolved automatically by you acknowledging that you're not separate from your twin flame and choosing to find the love that you already are. You are imbued with love. You are not separate from love. You are imbued with your worthiness. You are not separate from your worthiness. You are imbued with all of the attention and the validation that you desire, the romance, the passion. You are imbued with all of that. Your Creator created you with all of that already. And when you relax back into your being and you realize you're already all of those things, that's what makes the grounds for a beautiful union, togetherness with your twin flame. All right. And so if you're looking for twin flame support, please feel free to reach out. My twin flame and I both are Master Certified Ascension Coaches with Twin Flames Universe. We have a lot of experience underneath our belt, I think is kind of how they say it. We've got a lot of experience together, and we've been in Harmonious Union for quite a while now, and so we can support you with everything that we've learned with the teachings of union and the mirror exercise, and get you moving forward and resolve any kind of runner chaser dynamic, any common patterns that you see playing out in twin flame unions. And also don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date with frequent content. And we'll see you in the next video.